Nathan, a 6-0 victory against Goole in the FA Cup this evening, and in terms of how the evening panned out, it couldn't have gone much better.
No, I think we had a slow start. You know, they were obviously getting into us, we were up for it, playing a lot of foul balls, the surface was dry, it was sticky, it was bobbly, but you know, goals changed it. From the first goal we were always in control, and you know, I wanted us to keep pressing hard, I wanted us to run harder than them. Irrespective of the scoreline, I think we've done that for the duration of the game, and we got just rewards with the 4 goals in the second half.
Yeah, and you mentioned about the slow start to the game, and it did feel that if Goole were going to score, the threat was going to come from one of those long balls in behind, and early on it did cause a couple of issues.
It did, and that's what balls over the top do, they turn you, but we just need to be a bit more mature with our play. We were rushing things, we weren't getting our foot on the ball and dictating it, and we kind of played into their hands really. It took us 15-20 minutes to really get our rhythm, and even at that I don't think we were at our best. But you know, it was a banana skin. We've not allowed it, you know, to go the way that they wanted it to go, and like I say, we've been very, very decisive, which I'm chuffed a bit with.
Yeah, and eventually the breakthrough did come through Junior Mondau, one of 4 different scorers this evening, and once again pleased to see different names get on the score sheet, but a real clinical finish for him there.
Yeah, the message was for the forward players, getting shots off, testing the full backs. That's where we wanted to get at him. Junior's obviously duelled 1-on-1 with him. He's quick, isn't he? He's got half a yard, and it was an emphatic finish.
Yeah, and then the second goal as well coming shortly after, which gave you something to really build on that second half, that 2-0 lead. Jerome Greaves with the finish, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to Sonny Fergus for that run he made in behind.
Without a doubt, you've got to suck the opposition in, and then you've got to see the out ball. We've done that. It was great play. It was a well worked goal. That's stuff that we do work on, so it's pleasing to see. But again, at 2-0, it's still one of those score lines where you've got to, you know, you can't let the opposition get the noses back in it, and I think we kept the back door shut pretty well all night, to be fair.
Yeah, and then we saw on Monday the big impact off the bench from Jerome Greaves, but today it was very much Josh Stall that took the headlines. His first 2 competitive goals for the club, and a really big impact, and 2 once again composed finishes.
Yeah, it was always going to come on. It was a perfect game for him. He's only 18, and like I say, I love the kid, and he's certainly one for the future for us. We know he can finish. There's no doubt about that. But if it's come on and do what he does, there's no person with a big smile on the face than me with it, because he's a great kid. Like I say, I can't praise him enough. So it's great. He's a Whitby lad. He's 18 years old, and it's certainly a step in the right direction for him.
Yeah, and then goals 5 and 6 coming from Aaron Haslam again, who's someone who's had to be quite patient this season, but now started 2 games in a row and looking really at home at Whitby field.
Working hard, he's running hard, and that's what we're asking from the players. He gives us balance on the left side. Again, as we still say, he's young, he's only 23 years old, he's still finding his way in this team. But when he performs like he did against Ilkeston, and he does tonight, he like I say, gives me an headache, because the 2 goals he took tonight were brilliant as well. So all round great performance, and again, when you've got an attitude like us, well, from a management's perspective, it's well deserved, and I want him to do more of it.
Yeah, and then a good moment as well towards the end as well, bringing Sam Spence on, and you know, probably the first time in this club's history we've had 3 Whitby lads on at the same time, along with Sonny and Joss.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. I looked at it as two young Whitby lads, and you're right with Sonny as well, who's still a young boy. So yeah, it was great. Listen, they've come on for Sam. He's made his competitive debut for us in the FA Cup. That's great for him. Young boy, another one with a bright future for us. And it's what we're trying to do, so it was a perfect occasion for them. They've come in, they've equipped themselves very, very well, and we're hoping we can get some more out in the future for them as well.
Yeah, and I think as well, obviously they'll be disappointed with the result, but just a shout out for Goole. He probably couldn't have given much more this evening, and it shows the fact they're getting clapped even after losing 6-0.
They've worked the socks off for 90 minutes, 95 minutes. They've remained competitive. There's a few feisty challenges towards the end. No issue with that. They've worked the socks off, and they've performed remarkably well to get to where they have as well. They've had replays, but you know, we have to be professional. There is a 2-level difference. Let's not get away from that. If we perform, it's always going to be tough for them, and we made it tough for them. So yeah, there was no sacrifice from our side of things, but no, big well done to Goole, and a great crowd as well.
Yeah, and then attention now will turn to that draw on Monday. Obviously waiting to find out who will get to know. I'm sure, given the relentless start to the season, you'll probably welcome now having a full, well, Saturday and Sunday off, and then a full week before getting back to action against Warrington Rams week on Saturday.
Of course, I've said it a few times, but we've got to rest up and recuperate now. what's that, 7 games in something like 21 days or something. It's a lot for these lads who've got to go to work as well. We're feeling it, definitely are. So the lads will have a little bit of time off this week, and we'll get back at it next week. And yeah, back to league programme next week, which we're looking forward to.
Thanks, Nathan.